I'm building a tiny vacation home on wheels.
Shut up and sit down.
This is the Allen Sports Locking bike rack, and it comes with 2 keys, and it's and what's really nice is that I got this on sale for I'm in the Hitch place right now. They're all they do are hitches here, so they're going to put a hitch on the back of Prudence, and they're doing one over there for another SUV. But I just wanted to show you the keys. This is great. Everything in my van is secure and locked, and hopefully no one will steal my bikes. So that's awesome. So we're going to put the hitch on. I'm going to test out how to put this bike rack on and then take it back off because I need to finish building the van. But I just need to practice being able to use it, obviously. You wouldn't want to get somewhere and not be able to take your bikes off the back.
Makes it all solid one piece.
the shake factor, the rattle factor. Okay, that's awesome.
You lock it here, your locking mechanism is here.
Okay.
And adjust it up and down.
Also, they can't even like peel the actual rack off the back, and then these lock too, I guess. Yeah, it just fits on the size of the wheel, I guess.
This is adjustable.
That's cool. Awesome.
Just do it with both of them, look.
The last thing that I need to put on Prudence before phase 2, which would obviously be ladders and roof racks and solar and front bumper and back cargo containers and all that stuff. The main thing right now in phase 1 is this wonderful Allen double bike rack. Yay! And it's very windy right now. Look how windy it is. Oh, it's super windy day. Not good for bike rides. Look at the tote. From Amazon. It usually runs about, I don't know, $400 or $500. And I ordered it a couple weeks ago for like 100 and it was like 110, and they were out of stock. So the good thing is that sometimes when you order things online on Amazon and they're out of stock, they will be in stock, but they have to honor the price that they originally charged. So I think what happened is they probably had one left and they posted it for like $110, and then they got rid of it, and then I ordered it at the same time as someone else and they had to honor the price. So it's awesome. This is lockable. So you can see down here there is a red kind of triangle knob. That's one lock. And then obviously when you put your bikes on here, hang on, you put your bikes on here, obviously you can lock it up at the top here. So super cool. I only have one bike, so that's nice, but I can also, down the road, once I get the other bike fixed that the chain snapped on, I'll play some footage of that shortly, but you'll see when I was in Louisiana, I was doing the Wild Azalea Trail, which is a 23-mile one-way, like a forest trail, piney woods type terrain, and it was awesome. And then 7 miles in, my chain snapped, and randomly some other person just happened to be riding, a guy named Michael, and he was very kind to go get his truck, ride his bike all the way back to his truck, pick up his truck, pick me up, take me to a bike shop, and unfortunately it was a 2-day wait for me to get my bike fixed, so I ended up just buying a new bike, which was super cheap because it was Red River, Louisiana and not Houston. So lucked out and was able to continue that trip. Okay, so we have some bad news, and it was bound to happen. I've put a lot of miles on my bike, but unfortunately, the chain has broken off. Oh no! And I am 7 miles in to a 23-mile ride, which is point to point, so actually it would have been a 44-mile ride. Watch out! Watch out! Sorry, my chain broke.
How's it going?
Oh, my chain just broke, so I gotta walk back.
Oh no.
I know, I was having so much fun. Oh well. Okay, so I met a fellow biker. The chances of meeting somebody on here is pretty slim, but I'm gonna walk to his truck and he's gonna drive me back to my car. So that's awesome. Okay, pop quiz. What are the chances that your entire chain, not just part of it, but the entire chain just literally keels over and dies on your bicycle as you're riding in the middle of the Louisiana forest? Number 2, the chance of running into another cyclist in the middle of the Louisiana forest. And, I am a good cyclist, but he absolutely caught up to me in no time, and I thought I was going pretty fast. And number 3, the chance of reaching a dirt road that Mr. Michael, who has kindly offered to come pick me up, will come pick me up. Well, life throws you curveballs, and I can say that this is definitely one of them. And it's not a total loss. I will definitely come back and do this entire trail when I have a little bit more time and it's not so hot. But yeah, just waiting for my ride. Waiting for my ride. There's Mr. Michael saving the day. Look at that. The chance of that happening. Awesome. There's my bike. We're going to be saved.
All the dust.
No, the cloud of dust is the least of my problems. Thank you so much.
Oh, no problem.
Oh, seriously, like, I thought the hurricane was going to be bad, but... So I'm following Mr. Michael right now to the bicycle shop, which actually opens at 11, so I'll get there a little bit early and hopefully get a new chain. So Michael kindly drove me over to Red River Cyclery in Red River, Louisiana. And unfortunately, they're 2 days behind on getting bikes fixed. So, in traditional Jennie form, I bought a new bike. And this one is about a tenth of the price of what it would cost in Houston. I am not kidding. This bike is even cheaper than the previous bike. So now I have 2 babies. And I thankfully have a bike rack that I can fit 2 bikes on. So this will be now my workhorse for the rest of the trip. The broken bike I will take back and get a new chain put on, or maybe I won't get a chain put on. Maybe I'll just put that one in storage. I'm very excited about the new bike. It's a much more sturdier one and a higher upgrade, and it's brand new, so let's ride it. Now I've got a proper bike rack, unlike the one I had on the back of my car that scratched it all up. Of course, there's leaf blowers. Leaf blowers just blow leaves around and they go nowhere, and then they come back the next day and blow the leaves they just blew around. It makes no sense, and all they do is make a whole bunch of noise. But, you know, they're doing a good job, I guess. So, well done you, whoever you are, blowing the leaves at 7 in the morning. Actually, it's like 4 in the afternoon. But anyway, back to me. So just to put this up, you just kind of do this. It's hard with one hand, but anyway, I will put it up and show you when it's up properly, like stored away. Obviously, you got to push this part down, and then it's just, you know, super secure. This is the most secure bike rack that I found, so I can lock the back. The only downside is that I have to lower it kind of at an angle in order to open the back door. The back door just barely opens. This door is fine. And look, it's my van. Of course, you know, avoid the, looking at the crappy ceiling. Sorry about that. Anyway, so this one here, as you can see, it's very, very kind of tight to get it out. So you just kind of have to like push really hard down on one side. It's not going to break off or anything. This is pretty secure. I mean, I had the guy do the shake test at the, whenever you're building any of these things, you do the jump test and the shake test. You rattle the hell out of everything, you shake everything, you jump on everything, you know, because you're going to be constantly moving in these tiny homes on wheels. So you want to make sure that things aren't going to fly off. So anyway, it's not that wide. I mean, it adds probably like, 3 more feet to my vehicle, which is fine. And then when I'm riding my bike, I just, put it up so I can back into a space. So it's just, I can't imagine. I mean, I hats off to everybody that has the biggest, Mercedes Sprinters or the school buses. I mean, you guys are just heroes when it comes to driving. I mean, I've got a little van compared to you guys, but I thought this was big and this was awkward to park. But it's actually, it's weird to say, it's actually compact. It fits in a normal parking space, even though it's kind of wide. But yeah, so now I've got the extra, I'm going to be blocking sidewalks now, unfortunately. So sorry. I gotta live my life, who cares? No, I'm just kidding. I'm gonna be very respectful when I park, which is what you have to do when you have these vans. You have to really kind of be mindful of not stopping suddenly and making sure you do wide turns and all that stuff. So super happy I've got this. Again, hats off to anyone that drives anything bigger than my van. You guys are literally heroes of the road. So not me, I'm just in the short bus. So anyway, okay, so I'm going to put this up and show you what it looks like when it's stored away. And then tomorrow when I'm leaving, I'm going to show you what it looks like with my bike on the back. Can't wait to get the other one fixed. So I've got, the other one is more of like a road bike, and the one that I ride is like a really big mountain bike, which is good for trails. And even though I ride 23 miles a day and sometimes 38 miles a day here in Houston, which my bike trail's like right over there, it's which is why I chose the storage unit, because I ride my bike past it every day. So anyway, so even though I do those kind of just concrete bike trail rides on my mountain bike. It's not the best bike for that kind of ride, so I'm hoping to get the trek bike fixed when I get back. I was going to do it now, but can't be bothered. I've been doing too much already, so I'm going to come back and do that later. I'll just go to Bike Barn just around the corner. Everything in my world is within like a 3-mile distance, so I live in a pretty good place. And again, hats off to everyone that doesn't live in a major city that's able to build these vans. I mean, just trying to source materials when you're not located in the 4th largest city in the country. It takes a lot. It's a lot of it's a much bigger effort than I've made. My effort's not big at all. Mine's just like, I'm just gonna go to Home Depot, buy this. I just go across the street here and buy that, and go on Amazon and buy that. So like I said, check out Amazon. If it says only 1 or 2 left available and the price is like seriously deep discount, go ahead and buy it anyway if you're okay with waiting until they restock, because they have to honor that price. So I lucked out, and I would never have paid $500 for anything. So, anyway, let's hope this stays on. I mean, Discount Hitch did a good job with installing the hitch, and they, like I said, did the shake test. So hopefully it's not going to fall off, but, we'll see. So I'm sitting here right now waiting for my air to get checked. They have like a free air check. And I want big ass tires. I want some of these tires on Prudence. So I'm gonna go talk to them and see what my options are. But yeah, I just want to look cool. Yeah. I'm at Discount Tire, my usual guys that always help me out when I had the other vehicles. Anytime I drove over a nail or, hit a pothole or any of that stuff. So they hooked me up with a great deal on 4 brand new tires. And then they asked me if I wanted to wait in my van. And I'm like, yeah, absolutely. I mean, look, I can just like hang out on my bed in the van, super comfy. It's actually not too cold in here, so that's nice. I got food. So yeah, I'm just gonna chill out until they're ready to put the tires on my car. Not a bad gig, you know. So the benefit to having a tiny house.